God, this thing be tripping, man. The audio do. Okay, so I don't know if y'all can hear me or not. I got this little digital thingy going on, but y'all saw the title of the video, right? We're gonna talk about codes, trouble code, false code, check engine lights, stuff like that. Because I'm in, I don't know if y'all can see that, but I'm in my in the forums, right? I'm in the Pacifica forum, and get this. I see a lot of problems going on over there in the Pacifica forums, and all of them. And what I noticed all the time is that when people post their problems or they post the problem that they're having, real good intentioned Samaritans would jump in the comment section and explain what the problem is, or they will attempt to explain what the problem is. The problem with their explanation of what their problem is sometimes it be way off base. Okay, now I'm not sure you should seek a forum for technical advice such as a vehicle like a Chrysler Pacifica. We're speaking about the Pacifica forums. I'm not sure you should be in there looking for now basic stuff. Yeah, like what do you think I should get a spare tire or stuff like that. Yeah, but when you start talking my transmission acting on what y'all think I should do. Now, let me take that back, because I guess one could have just seen the same problems that you have, and it may be in those forums. So yeah, that's a good place to go. But one of the complaints I see out of those forums is always check engine lights related to cam sensors. Okay, that's why I want to focus on that. What's up, Shawnee? We're on your topic. All right, we're talking about, get that, a Pacifica. Yeah, you're always asking me about a damn Pacifica. Anyway, show me a Chrysler Pacifica. Yeah, I got you. Some problems. Anyway, I'm going to use that as an example, okay? I was just in those forums, in those Facebook forums, and people all from all walks of life, and they're talking about the problems that they're having with their Pacifica, and one of them is check engine lights because of cam sensors. I read one post where a customer then put in 5 freaking cam sensors, camshaft sensors. Replaced it 5 times on the same bank. Chances are that is not your problem. Now, what I'm about to say now doesn't mean that this is your problem, but I will say this. If you've been led to believe that the cam sensor is your problem, I want you to, hello from Russia, I want you to at least get an OEM, Mopar cam sensor. I don't have one laying around, but if you're going to, 3 sensors to me, in my opinion, off base, as for aftermarket, is cam sensor, crank sensor, O2 sensors. Those 3 parts should definitely be OEM, dealer. Okay, so yeah, I highly recommend you get a dealer part when it comes to that. But guys, here's the deal with those cam sensors and why you should not automatically assume that's your problem. Now, from a defensive standpoint, let me say this: those are much easier try. I'm not into advising the consumer or the public to guess. Yes, I'm not one that's going to tell you, take a wild guess, do eeny, meeny, miny, mo. No, don't do eeny, meeny, miny, mo, because parts are expensive. But if you're going to do eeny, meeny, miny, mo, when you have a cam sensor code, I suggest, yeah, I'm cool with that. Go ahead on and try a cam sensor because it's less expensive than trying something else. Same with the evap leak. Why not try a $10 gas cap? Yeah, so when we start talking inexpensive guess, go for it, okay? But 5 times it's time to stop. If you don't replace it 5 times, it's time to stop guessing, okay? Put the radio on the Pacifica. No, the battery is disconnected. Can you put it on the radio? No, I cannot. There's no battery. Hello from Russia. Demonstration on the panic button. Okay, demonstration on the panic button. What are we talking about? Listen, what I want to do, let me see something. Oh yeah, I got the cam sensor right here. Make sure, yeah. I'm gonna show y'all what a typical cam sensor, camshaft position sensor. Its number one job is to tell the controller, which is the PCM, the position of those camshaft. This is a dual overhead cam engine, so there's going to be 2 camshaft, obviously an exhaust and an intake. This sensor is responsible for telling the computer the position of those camshafts Okay, that is needed to keep up with timing. What the engine needs to know, the computer needs to know what an engine is as far as the crankshaft and the camshaft. Now, the crankshaft gets its data from a crank sensor. Okay, so the PCM is monitoring cam sensors and crank sensors to keep up with the timing, right? To adjust or retard or advance the timing. It needs to know the position. So that is what this is. If you have to replace this more than once, this ain't your problem. Okay. Now, if you replace this with a junky ass eBay or Amazon, you might want to try OEM, but chances are it's not your problem. I have never, ever went to the parts department to get a cam sensor. Okay. Number one, I got a spare one here. So if I suspect this is my problem, I'm just going to simply pop this in or pop my spare in and see if but it's never the problem. Let me take that back, because some of you guys get in the comment section. I had one of the cam sensor. Okay, none of them I have repaired was this cam sensor. Now, I'm about to take you to the car and show you particularly the car for edit. Okay, powertrain control module is the problem. Not necessarily, John. Who said that, John? This is the thing. Let me say this again. This is responsible for telling the computer the position of the camshaft. Mind you, it can be doing its job and still deliver that code because something is off whack. Remember, it's monitoring two camshafts. So if intake doesn't match the exhaust via those tone wheels, the magnetic tone wheels, you may get that code. That doesn't mean this is bad. That means, number one, is doing its job. Number two, you have other problems. Now, let's do this. Let's freaking do this. We finna go to the car. All right, so let's do it like this, because I can get my point across this way. All right, time and chain jump. No, man, not necessarily. Time and chain, a jump time and chain will cause that. Hassan, okay? John, what's up, John? But here's the deal. I got this assembled, right? This is the cam sensor. This is a dual. When I say dual overhead cam, y'all know what I mean, right? I got dual is two, dose. I got an intake and an exhaust on both heads. Right? Dual overhead cam engine. It's not a cam and block engine. Like, let's say the Hemi. The Hemi is a cam. The 3.8 used on the minivan. That's a cam and block engine. Here's a cam sensor, right? This cam sensor sets right here. In fact, it's screwed in right there via the valve cover, right? So it sets in here. But from a cutaway view angle, let's do it like this. Here's my cam sensor. With it plugged in, which is the connector right here, as the engine is running, it's telling the computer, where's the damn computer? Well, y'all get my point. I don't know what, I'm having a brain freeze. It's telling the computer the position of this intake cam as well as this exhaust cam. Any event there's a problem with timing, somebody mentioned timing, John or Hassan or one of them. Any event there's a problem with timing, this will still do its job and tell the computer something is off. Now, there's no such fault code as timing is off or nothing like that, okay? So you can have a problem. Y'all know what this is? This is a mechanical phaser, all right? This is an oil control valve which doubles as the phaser bolt, okay? So if this mechanical phaser stop phasing, well, that's the wrong terminology. If it stopped doing its job, it could inadvertently cause this camshaft to not do what it's supposed to do. Remember, the whole time this camshaft position is monitored by the camshaft sensor. Okay, so I'm just going to give you an example. I'm not saying a cam phaser is your problem. I will say this. I have replaced cam phasers. I will say this. I have replaced cam phasers for cam sensor codes. Okay, yeah, guys, get out of the habit of assuming just because a part name is called out in a trouble code that that's likely your problem. All right, that's not always the case. Okay, so just because you got a code that said cam position sensor circuit low, it does not mean the cam sensor has failed. Okay, I know they probably should have found a better way to name that. Give it a non-circuit name if you have a mechanical issue. But The computer has no way of knowing. It's just monitoring this tone wheel. This is a telltale right here. I've seen times when the tone wheel is just loose and it throws that code. So a lot of things can cause that code other than a cam sensor, which is what the code is named after, which will mislead the average mechanic into replacing. Here's the other one. This is bank 2. This is bank 1. So this is the cam sensor for bank 1. All right, they got one on both heads. But let me say this again. If this mechanical phaser, the spring tension loaded and it's not locked in place like it's supposed to, if it's wore out, let's use that word. If it's wore out, you can get that code. Now, there's a way to test this. Okay, I don't have my wrench. You have to put a wrench on the camshaft. That's a hex right there, guys. So you can stick your wrench right here and see if you can move this cam back and forth. If you can, this phaser is not locking like it's supposed to. Okay, in fact, this is a long video. I'm gonna card a video right up here where you can go look at that video and tell how to tell if your cam phasers are bad. All right. So I do not want to mislead people into automatically thinking just because you got a cam code, you need a cam phaser. At the same time, I don't want to mislead people into thinking just because you got a cam sensor code doesn't mean you need a cam sensor. Okay, so the proper way to say it is to properly diagnose it. How's that? Okay, but I already gave you some leeway as far as guessing. This is less expensive. Everybody can gamble with, I don't know what, 40, 50 bucks for the sensor. Gamble with that before you gamble with disassembling your engine and replacing a cam phaser, because the timing has to be disassembled in order to replace a phaser. Now, what else can cause this code? Of course, some wiring, right? Remember, the code is named circuit. All right, so if you load test, they tell us to always do a load test. A lot of people like to do an ohm test. Okay, if you load test from the PCM to the cam sensor connector, and that test, you know, it's the wiring is good and can carry it, it's load and carry the amperage through the circuit and all that. Yes, there's nothing else left, okay, except for some mechanical problem. So just so y'all know that, I don't want people, what time are you guys over? I don't want people to think or to keep, you can't, dude, 5 times, my dude, come on now, 5 times is way a little excessive. You gotta replace any sensor 5 times. Stop it. I know you probably still getting the same code. Yeah, the one I put in 3 times ago, it's bad again. How you know it's bad? Because I got the same code. Oh my God. Yeah, that's not wise, guys. That's set you back and it could cost you money. Okay. I love the Princess Stars. What are we talking about? I plan on going to University Technical Institute after high school also. That's what's up. That's a great point. Pick a car for edit. What's going on, Mopar man? John Harrell, what's up, man? Do you have any tips to becoming a mechanic? I am an incoming senior in high school, enrolled for my 2nd year of a 2-year program in a vocational school for automotive technology. Do I have any tips? If you plan on being a mechanic, first tip is to make sure that's what you want to do. Get out of the... Okay, I know some of y'all jump on YouTube and see those mechanics and think that is lovely. Oh my goodness, they happy, they making good money, they know a lot of things and they can fix the car. Yes, that part is glamorous. The behind the scenes stuff is what's the headache. Like right now, we're going through a whole bunch of politics in the complete automotive industry. There are some shops out there right now that's crippled because of a piece of software that a lot of shops use called CDK. That's down. So shops are down. When you solely dependent on a piece of software and it crash, you crash with it. So yeah, this shop been dead for about a week or two, about a week. All right. So until it come back up, but you have to be financially prepared for anything, any downturn that may come up, that may arise. All right. But advice: cut wheel. I'm gonna do a whole video on the future mechanics because there's a shortage in the industry. Don't get it twisted. There is a major shortage of good mechanics. Okay, the old heads slowing down, maybe getting out, or they maybe want to do what I'm doing, which is regurgitate what you know already. In other words, teach. I have no problem with teaching. Okay, yes, you can get out of the limelight of yanking out transmission and all that if you teach it. So, well, I'm gonna do a whole video on that section. So I encourage you to stay tuned and watch that video. What car are you working on? This is this is on hold right now. We're waiting on parts. Okay, what I'm working on, I gotta finish put this. This is NAG 1 transmission. Anybody familiar with this? NAG 1, 5-speed. All right. Yes, we're done with 5-speed. 5-speed was not enough for some automakers. All right. We're now up to 8-speed transmission on the rear wheel drive. This car here, yeah, this come out of here. So what I'm doing here is I got the oil pan off. I already told y'all this story. Then the piece of the chain fell off. You look right here. This is the oil pump. One guy asked me, why don't you go in with a melon? Be careful with those. Melon, to my understanding, going to supply you with more volume. Okay, I think the topic was headed as far as stopping the ticking. This is an older model. I'm not sure if it even have MDS, but my point is, be careful with adding stuff that's not meant for the car. If the engineers thought for a second that the Hemi will need more volume, not oil pressure, but oil volume. There's a difference between pressure and volume. If they thought for a second the engine would be justified by having more volume supplied to the valve train system, they probably would have added one, or they would have implemented one in the years later. That Hemi been around for freaking decades. Because they haven't implemented one, they see no problem with the original oil pump that's in it. But you know how people love change. Oh, I'm going in with the melons oil pump. In fact, I got a Hemi over here that's cut away. Let me show you some of what I'm talking about. So here's the thinking go. I'm switching topics. We offer the 3.6 pencil. We finna talk about the Hemi now. Of course, everybody knows the Hemi is a V8 engine, cam and block design. Wow, somebody done yanked the cam out of here. Cam go here for all the new guys that don't know. I wouldn't insult you veterans like that. I'm going to tear that thing down there soon. But here's an oil pump. The thinking goes, people are taking this OEM oil pump out and going in with the melon oil pump. And that pump supplies a lot more volume. There's no heads on here, so I can't point to the valve train. The valve train setup needs constant oil. Just splash, just oil everywhere to keep things lubricated. If that's lacking, you can end up with valve train noise, ticking noise, lifters, collapse or coming apart. This is a MDS engine. As you can see, the MDS solenoids usually go right here. That's what they're thinking. That's a lot of the chatter right now as to what's causing the Hemis to tick, because the engine was added with variable valve timing as well as MDS. That brought on the problems. I disagree, but who am I? Okay. The Hemi have always had an oil pressure sensor as well as an oil temperature sensor. Okay. Now, these sensors have been known to snitch on people. Remember this engine design around off 5W20, but because some wise guy, they get on the internet, in the forums, in the chat room, your car will run a whole lot better if you use 0W50 or some off just some weight they pull out of the sky. Use 5W30. Even though there's not much difference, my defense to that is use what the manufacturer suggests. The reason they suggest 520 is for whatever reason they came up with. But the engine is designed, the MDS designed to work properly. The variable valve timing is designed to run and work properly using the viscosity weight of 5W20. Okay, when you go to gambling, or when you go to experimenting with different oil weight other than what the manufacturer suggests, you stand a chance of causing drivability complaints with your engine. So think hard when I'm going to try 0W50 this time. Something's going to suffer and you might not even know it. Okay. But yeah, this sensor right here, temp sensor and the oil pressure, PCM does some calculation. And then this all depending on the year model. Okay. The year model, the threshold change, the programming change. It will compare those two, and based off the reading, the temperature of the oil and the pressure of the oil, it can tell if the viscosity or the weight of oil used is correct, if the MDS will operate properly. And if it detects, wait, hold on, that's not 5W20. I'm snitching. I'm telling him, ding, turn on that damn check engine light. Yeah, in some cases it won't turn on the light. Some cases it will, depending on the model. But if a mechanic run a scan on this car and see that code, a couple of things he can suspect: that the engine has the wrong weight of oil in it. I have many times repaired that light or got rid of that code by simply draining the oil or going in with 5W20. Here's your snitches right here. These are snitch. They tell. They're snitching on your ass. All right. You can't sneak and put 040W80 in here and think ain't nobody gonna know. Yeah, they gonna tell, because that's how crucial MDS, the weight and the viscosity of the oil is important, guys. Let me say it like that. So please use what the freaking manufacturer suggests. Now back to this, switching up to a milling. It's just, from what I'm hearing, it supplies more volume. Is that what you need? Now, everybody goal with their Hemi engine is to avoid ticking, right? To eliminate the chances of it ticking. I get that. I understand. Nobody wants a freaking ticking engine. Nobody wants engine damage. Okay, but understand, now a lot of guys are going in with the Hellcat used oil pump on a typical regular 5.7 Hemi. Both of those pumps will bolt up to this block, guys. So it's not a matter of will it fit or will it work. Yeah, you're gonna change some calibration so that you might have to add an additional valve to prevent the light from coming on. If you add that high volume Mullins pump to a typical 5.7 Hemi, you might have to add something else to counter what these sensors are going to read and turn a light on. Okay, yeah, so keep all of that in mind. Now, I've been asked a question, JT, what do you think? What do you say if I go in and replace my lifters and my camshaft anyway to avoid getting the Hemi tick? Guys, I'm going to say this again, all right? I think I saw a camshaft over here. Let me tell you about the camshaft for the Hemi. All right, I want y'all to hear me out, and I'm going to wrap this video up, but we're finna take a walk because I saw a camshaft over here on the table. Hear me out real good, all right? I'm going to get to the comments again later, so hold tight. Oh, bro, saying a whole lot of nothing. Okay, Sean, Kel, you know what the stop button is. Just hit it, bro. You don't have to be here. People kill me. You don't have to watch. All right, to the ones that care, Sean can either, you know what? To the ones that care, here's a Hemi camshaft. Now, here's the thing with these camshafts. There's no tone wheel. What do y'all see about this? There's no tone wheel on this camshaft, right? So meaning you have no reason whatsoever to replace this camshaft other than it being damaged. Okay? Yes. The Pentastar camshaft have other reasons why you should replace the camshaft. 2, to be exact, if the tone wheel is loose or damaged, or you got a lobe that's damaged. Okay, the lobe is damaged, that's an automatic camshaft replacement. If the tone wheel is damaged, it's automatic camshaft replacement. But the thing with the Hemi, you're only left with one option as to why you should replace this. Hear me out, guys, because I hear people just recklessly wasting money for nothing. I'm going in and replace my lifters and my camshaft right now. Why? Because I don't want to get to ticking. I get it, the part where doing the lifters, because all you're doing by replacing the lifters is updating them to the better revised lifters. Okay? But why the camshaft? If you got one of those lights, cameras that go down here, and you don't see no pit on any of these lobes, or you pull this camshaft out and set it on the table. Remember, guys, you don't have to disassemble the whole front of the engine, or you don't have to. You have to pull the heads to get to the lifters, but you have more work to do to gain access to the camshaft. You got to take the front of the engine apart. So if you can avoid doing all that, why bother? Let me say it like this. You just buy a car from a customer with a Hemi, a $15 charger, no ticking. All right, you got some extra money. You want to make sure it never ticks. You can go in and just get 4 sets. You can get the rocker arms. Remember, it's not ticking, so chances are there's nothing wrong with the camshaft. Just put the new lifters in there, guys. You're going to be okay. You see this lobe right here? Yeah, that's shot. That's why this camshaft was replaced. This is the only reason why you should be replacing Hemi camshaft. Okay? Yes. Or you just typically upgrading. Now, at the shop I work out of, All Park Garage, they got camshafts laying all over the floor. And all of them are not like this. Those guys are upgrading. They doing overhauls. They doing, what you call it, high performance improvement. So they going in with updated camshaft and the rocker arms and all that. But to the average Joe Blow, there's no reason to replace. What is this camshaft now? $400-500? Y'all just out there recklessly replacing it. Look, this mug here got 2. Right? You see that? So I had a misfire, and if I had to guess, this cylinder 4 and this cylinder, I don't know, it's hard to guess this. Remember, this one camshaft, cam and block. It's hard to guess this. But I got 2 freaking, that was bad. Now, also keep in mind, you see this missing, all this missing metal, that had to go somewhere, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, that had to go somewhere. So chances are it's going to end up in your oil pan. But let me go back to this block over here, because I want y'all to see this. This is what we was told by the engineers a while ago as far as those shavings. Yes, they're not going to get captured by the oil filter, which you would think is supposed to happen. The oil filter is to protect and keep the oil lubrication system clean, but it doesn't always catch. Oh, this one don't have one. Oil control valve. It goes right here. If you pull that oil control valve out and it's got metal shavings on it, you're done. You're through. El Capitan. You're done. You need an engine. That means those shavings have traveled way too far. Now, a guy at home in his garage, oh shit, I don't care what Chrysler say. I'm cleaning this up. I'm keeping my motor. Yeah, me, I ain't replacing my motor just because I see shavings in the oil control valve. There's a difference between what we do to our own car and what we do to customer cars, guys. So keep that in mind. Our whole mentality change when it's our car. Everything I'm saying goes out the window when I'm dealing with my own car. But I have to, put on this certain image when I'm speaking to the general public. But you best believe I ain't replace my engine because I see shavings in the. But if you're a customer, ma'am, I'm sorry, you need an engine. Because Chrysler suggests you need an engine. All that metal shavings made it up to here. But in the event you have a couple of lobes wiped out and you don't see shavings up here, knock on wood, because chances are, in fact, the Hemi, the oil pan's still up in it, so I can't show you that one. But you need to drop that oil pan when you're dealing with any kind of valve train ticking oil. Even on a Pentastar, man, you're supposed to drop that oil pan and go after those shavings, simply because they could start rotating or get pulled back into the lubrication system and wreak some more havoc. Okay, so this is not a ticker or anything like that. It's Cam Sensor problem. This is a high mileage car, guys. It's like 150, maybe 160. Yeah, don't think for 1 second just because a car look new, you can't have problems like this. Some of you guys kill me. Damn, already? I look like a new car. Okay. Are the oil coolers going out? From what I'm hearing, yes. This is a Gen 3. All the cars, all the Pentastars with the oil cooler. Let's see this. This is a EGR cooler, I mean. Any Pentastar with an EGR cooler is a Generation 3. In other words, it's going to have a different valve train set up. See how this valve train is set up on this intake cam, how these lobes are, as opposed to this setup over here. This is a Gen 2. So the valve train is totally different. That intake don't look like that intake. Nothing matches. The valve train is totally different between a Gen 1. This is oil control valve I was talking about. It doubles as a bolt for the cam phases. All right, so yeah, and there's 2 solenoids that sit on the valve cover that activate this and will cause that oil pressure. Ooh, variable valve timing is a tricky topic that I can talk about on a separate video. Here's a cam phaser right here. I can show you. Spring mechanism. All right, with anything, guys, over time, you're gonna lose your luster. Yeah, you're gonna lose your capability to do your job right. I'm a 80,000 mile guy when it comes to these. You will never see a fault code that even has the word cam phaser in it. Oh, I didn't see this. I got one up here. So you'll never see it. So why would you just randomly replace this? We've gotten so spoiled to the point where, like I say, if the code got a part name in it, we need that part. All right. Why am I keeping this? It's a junky ass oil pump. We all know about the oil pump. Dual stage oil pump. mind you. All right, that's controlled by this solenoid. Half of the problems we're having with these oil pumps is nothing more than the solenoid. The reason customers are replacing, getting estimates for a complete oil pump, because in some cases you got to drop the oil pump in order to gain access to this. I don't know about you, if I take an oil pump out, I'm not just replacing this. You're getting the whole oil pump. Okay, now from what I'm hearing, Derman, yeah, y'all know Derman. Y'all love Derman, don't you? Derman sell these separately, guys. But I don't know too many people that's going out there. Hey, Derman, I need a oil control or oil pump solenoid for my car. There you go. Yeah, because again, you got to take the whole damn oil pump. On some cars, some you don't. I found out. Okay. But yeah, I just soon do the whole oil pump. That oil pump chatter, man, we've never been recklessly talking about replacing oil pumps like we are now. Okay, I mean, some of you old mechanics know what I'm talking about. When the last time you just hear a group of mechanics discussing the possibility of replacing their oil pump? It just never happened. With the invention of all of this added stuff, so adding electronics to mechanical parts, mean that the mechanical parts getting they making a comeback. Yeah, they technically not failing. It's just the electric component that's running it is failing it. But the chatter, you never hear people going, "Hey man, my solenoid went bad." Damn man, that's fucked up. That's messed up, man. You hear them saying my oil pump went bad. So the oil pump that sounds horrible. Yeah. So I gotta strip this engine down. Let's head it to the scrap yard. I think that's a good head. I'm gonna get those camshaft. Y'all know me. I don't let nothing go to waste. Camshaft ain't nothing wrong. Know what I say? See, I'm so anti-camshaft to the point where I keep camshaft that have no problem. You know why? I can use on my side jobs. All my customers that have ticker jobs that actually have ruined camshaft, I can save them potentially $300 to $400. Just say if what is this? Bank 2? Bank 1. This is bank 1. Just say they got a ticker noise and the misfire is on this side. This cam lobe on the intake side is chewed up. I'm going to write the estimate up to let them know, yes, your camshaft is failed. Okay, I can get you a new one or I can get you a used one. Some cases I will sell these. Some cases I will just give it to them. If I do a blind estimate like I tend to do from time to time, yeah, you're gonna end up with this and not even know it. Your car gonna be running perfect and you not even know why. I mean, you got to pay for the rock arms and all that. But I have so many of these because of reckless mechanics. Crazy way of thinking. We might as well replace them since you're already in there. How the hell you justify might as well spending $1,200 because I'm already in here. You reckon I might as well replace these camshafts because I'm in here? And a damn thing wrong with them. But yeah, some mechanics think like that. Man, while you're in there, you might as well go and replace those camshafts. Bro, they $300 a piece, and there's nothing wrong with the lobes. Why are we replacing them? Because you in there. Let me stop. You guys kill me, man. All right, let me do a couple of these comments and I'm going to wrap this up. I know Sean Kerr, I'm a fake mechanic, but you here listening, bro. I appreciate you listening. You let the algorithm move, player. Hey, guys, get right up here and click those 3 dots and hit the thumbs up button. Okay, let's push Sean Kerr off. You better be glad I'm on my phone. Okay, I don't really know how to block somebody on my phone, but when I get to a computer, his ass is out of here. Now, guys, don't get it twisted. I'm not a blocker, for one thing. I don't regularly block people, and I don't hate people because they disagree with me. But Sean, he's not disagreeing with me on anything. He's just in here causing trouble. Like, those are the kind that need to be blocked. If you got a genuine disagreement on something I just said, for instance, if you don't believe or you don't agree with something, just say this. If you say something like, "Oh, JT, I don't know, man. It's a good idea to go ahead and replace those camshafts, whether there's nothing wrong with them or not." That's a genuine disagreement. But to just get on somebody live stream and say, "You don't know what the hell you're talking about," that's not a disagreement. That's hate. So yeah, I'm not gonna dislike you because you disagree with me. I don't expect everybody to disagree with me. And you know what I'm saying? I'm just stating my opinion. This is my channel, and I feel I should be able to display my opinions on my channel freely. That's what I do. But haters, yeah, haters, you know, they're a different story. The timing belts do generally some white marks as well as timing chain. The chains use a different color link to signify the timing mark. Yes, stop. Okay, MDS is crap. Go. What's the MDS? Oh, what's the acronym? What does MDS stand for? I'm having a brain free. Trump 2024. Okay. No politics over here, my friend. Wrong oil could blow out rings. Very likely and possible. Really? Yes. Garage Monkey, what's up, man? What's MDS? Somebody look that up and tell my man what MDS stand for. My brain is froze. Greg is right. Which ASCs are easier to get when you get into the field? The easiest one I ain't had no problem with was brakes and maybe suspension. But this stuff is becoming so generalized to where it's crazy now. For instance, the ASC test A7, which is a manual transmission. When was the last time anybody worked on a stick or manual transmission? Then they include differential in that as well. So you have to know how to build a differential to understand the question that's going to be asked in that test. Okay. So my ASCs have expired. I got to go retake those. So I got to freshen up. But yeah, the easiest one to me was brakes. Show me the front of the dealership. Shawnee, you was one persistent nosy. Nosy ain't even a word. What the hell? Who says I'm at the dealership? I'm not. Okay, bro. You tripping. Example, Mopar changed the oil weight throughout the years to meet government mileage standards. Okay. The viscosity started to change for thinner as they continued to use these motors. Junker bunker. Interesting point you have there, my friend. Very interesting. Sean Kerry, racing comments. Okay. Garage Monkey. No one really cares about. You mean like employees? Employers? Employers mainly want to know, can you fix cars? All right. Yeah, you got ASC. That's a bonus. That used to be bragging rights. When I was getting interviewed, I had my ASC shirts on. You know, it was cool back then. But yeah, not too many employers. They just want to know, can you fix a car? How many years of experience? The years experience is what matters to a lot of employers now. Okay, if you have a lot of years experience, chances are you have seen a lot of things. Okay, you can be the sharpest dude in school and get out of school. You haven't seen what I'm talking about. So you get out there in the field, you're going to do what this guy did. Replace his cam sensor 5 times because you don't have enough experience to know. In other words, you haven't been bit. Sometimes it takes rechecks to gain experience. Guys, when I was just first starting out, if you're not getting any rechecks, you're not doing your job right. An old man told me that one time. It made sense. Okay. In other words, you learn from your rechecks. No, you're not going to. Of course, you're going to not try to get a comeback, but it's going to happen. Don't run from your comebacks. Learn from your comebacks, and you will become a better mechanic doing so. Okay. But yeah, ASC, I don't know what they work now. 020 is for gas mileage. Just change it at 3,000 miles. All you need is 530. Okay, there go another 530 guy. All right. NC Mac, are you suggesting they use 530 even though the guys that built it, the guys that engineered it, they suggest 520? I'm curious to know, like, why should one, you know, like you stated your opinion. I get that, but you didn't give much reasons for why one should use 530 over what the manufacturer suggests. You just simply said, mileage, just change it at 3,000 miles. All you need is 530. You never said why. So it's hard for somebody to take you serious or to justify switching from 520 to 530. Are you suggesting 530 will potentially avoid your engine from ticking? In other words, you got to do better than that, guy. You just can't, oh, hell, man, just use 530, dog. Just use 530. Don't even worry about it, player. Don't even worry about it. Okay. Even dealerships. What are we talking about dealerships? Y'all listen to this man. He's spot on with so many things. Drew Stevens. These newer engines are so particular with what they need to run right, especially with variable valve timing. That is crazy the way they doing. You know, with variable valve timing, guys, I got to wrap this up. Do you know the typical engine, right? Let's pick on the brakes, the booster. The booster. Back in the day, technology, you just run a hose and hook it somewhere on the intake manifold to create that vacuum and that the booster need for your brakes to apply, right? Because of variable valve timing, engines are no longer capable of producing that vacuum. I don't know what, 18, 19 inches of vacuum like it used to. Because of that, every freaking engine out there that utilize variable valve timing to an extent will have to have one of these. Y'all know what this is? An electrical imitation vacuum pump. All right? The brake booster hose coming from there to this. Back in the day, it used to go to the intake because the engine was capable of producing the necessary vacuum needed for the booster. Now, with the added invention of variable valve timing, you no longer have that capability. So you had to, car makers, oh my God, what are we going to do? We want low emissions. We made every car makers add MDS and VBT. So, but now their brakes going to suffer. I know what they can do. Dun, 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 dun. I have the solution. They spend more money on the damn pump. External electric brake vacuum pump. It's got a special funky name to it. I can't think of it right now because I'm having a brain freeze. But this hose right here is headed to the booster, guys. Okay, so a little something you probably didn't know. Yeah, I just picked up on that myself. But yeah, Drew Stevens, thanks for stopping by and checking out the stream, man. Especially with, yes, I appreciate that. Andrew Shion, a quick question: where is the oil sensor on a 2000 Chevy Silverado Classic at? I don't have oil pressure for shit on my dash. Somebody told me the sensor was there. As far as its location, I couldn't tell you. I can, however, tell you the vicinity it's in. Okay, the typical oil pressure switch on just about any engine gonna always be near the oil filter. Okay, I'm talking all engines. It's just where they put it. Now, except on something like a Pentastar, that oil sensor is on a damn oil cooler, and the oil pump is below. Here's a filter right here. Look what's close by. Yeah. This is the best spot to put for engine makers or car makers to put a way to monitor the pressure of the oil. When the oil leaves the oil pump, of course it's gonna no. The oiling strainer, y'all know what a strainer is, right? In the oil pan. Okay, that sucks up through the oil pump. It goes through a filter to become filtered and then out to your various parts. But that Silverado you're speaking of, I guarantee that sensor is somewhere near the vicinity of the oil filter. That's just about on any car. And this Hemi is right up top. But yeah, just about on any engine. Are you an honest mechanic? Nah, man, I'm a crooked as hell. I will rob your ass blind, especially you, Sean. You bring your car to me, man, you won't believe some of the things I would do. Bro, I'm trying to do right by you, man. I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. I mean, you sound like a cool dude. You just own one today. I don't know what the problem is, but I told you, I've never been asked that. Are you honest? I guess it could be a legit question. Okay, to those of you that think I'm being hard on Sean, that is a legitimate question. So let me attempt to answer it. I try to be, okay? To a certain extent, guys, you can only give a customer so much, okay? And mechanics, after so long, they can gauge their customer. They can sense if the customer, like, for instance, the word coincidence. A lot of customers familiar with that word, and they know it applied to their car. Like, if I'm working on your car and I call you back and say, excuse me, Mr. Customer, I'm going to have to buy a connector for your coil. Yeah, this connector is brittle and it just broke. If you get on the other end and say, well, it wasn't broken when I brought it in, you have no train of thought. You have no sense of, you kind of slow, all right? As opposed to, damn, man, yeah, that car is kind of old. I suspect it could happen. I mean, stuff under there probably hot and brittle. Yeah, man, go ahead and spend an extra $20 and get that fixed, man. All right, thank you, sir. I'm glad you understand. So a lot of customers understand the word coincidence because that is a word. That is a thing that happens. Stuff breaks. All right. So as far as me being honest, if I sense that you sense that I'm honest, yes, I'm going to remain honest. But the minute I sense you try to cross me or whatever, I'm not going to all of a sudden become dishonest and then rig your car. No, I'm not that kind of guy. I'd rather not deal with you at all than deal with you from a revenge standpoint. I'm not going to try to get back at you because you questioned something I was doing. All right. I'm going to try my best to explain it to you and tell you everything I know about it. I'm going to try to my best to explain what a PCV valve does, positive crankcase ventilation. You ain't going to have a clue what I'm saying, but I'm going to do my damnness to explain it to you and why you need it. It's $100 and some, but you need it. A PCV valve, $100. Yeah, guys. Any oil leaks I do on a car, getting a PCV valve. That's just a personal thing. So the answer, yes. I try to my damnness to be honest, Sean Kier. All right, guys. I gotta wrap this up. Dealerships want to take their program. Garage Monkey. What are we talking about? Millions or millions? The oil pump that everybody bragging about. The motors are physically identical. Junker Bunko. So this error code means new oil change sometime. Error code, were you talking about the cam sensor that we was talking about earlier? I've seen oil changes do some things, guys. I've seen oil changes do some wonders. Okay. Now, if you go, now I've seen oil changes correct stuff, but I even like to think if you're going to change somebody's oil and you don't verify how much in it and you just blindly change it, you don't technically know what came out. You can't tell 2 quarts low from 5 quarts full when you drain it because you're going to get a big splash, initial splash coming out, right? You're not going to stand there and monitor the oil coming out. Okay, that's about 3. That's about 4 quarts. That's about 5 quarts. No. So chances are if you change your oil and let's say 2 quarts came out, so you was 3 quarts short. You replace the filter and the oil, and customer go, oh my God, my car runs so much better. It don't stall out or nothing. What did you do? Just change your oil, lady. You know what I mean? She was low on oil originally. So if somebody's low on oil, there's a reason for that, guys. You just can't magically be low on oil. You either leaking oil or your car burning oil. One of the two. You can't just, oil just don't evaporate like freaking water do on the ground. Okay, so you either leaking it or burning. If you didn't see no leak while you was changing it, chances are that mother sucker burning oil. Slowly but surely it's burning oil. So now when that happens, if a customer ever tell you that, any mechanics listening, if a customer ever telling you their car is running so much better after you change their oil, right then it's where you tell them to keep an eye on the oil level. Okay, because again, chances are they lost some oil. You didn't check, or do yourself a favor and check the oil level before you change the oil. How about that? Nobody does that. Who in here? Let me look at the oil first before I change it. Let me see how much in it. Nobody does that, but yeah, that's a good thing to do, man. Dealership added water to coolant because it was running low, and they didn't have any. Would that cause harm to the engine manual? I must miss the beginning of this comment because I have no clue what we're talking about. Guys, I'm behind on the comment. I'm not going to try to catch up. Again, let me say this again. Go up here to those 3 dots and click the like button. Okay, please. I need some likes on this video. I'm going to wrap this up because I got to go live again tomorrow. I typically go live on Sundays and Thursdays. All right, and I can't read all the comments because I'm holding my phone and I can barely see. That's my opinion, though. Others may have a different one. Garage Monkey. If nothing else, bro, you're entitled to your opinion. He's a mechanic. It's okay to talk, bro. The ticking, in my experience, is from the exhaust bolts. That's a reason for the ticking. Yeah, there's several different kinds of tick. You can have valve train tick. You can have bottom end tick. You can have exhaust manifold tick. Okay, so what you're talking about, my friend, is simply an exhaust tick. But you can't, my point is there's different variations of a tick. Oh, he still got it on. I was going to show y'all. Typical Hemi. This is a Hemi head. These studs, yeah, they break. And depending on the year model of your Hemi, like this is an old one, so this manifold hardly ever crack. But you will, the stud, just say right here, the stud would break. Now my guy, this is my Russian buddy. He's smart enough to know to go ahead and see this one already got the update on it. See this brace? That's what they're making us do. He's smart enough to know to go ahead and tighten these down. Okay, if you can catch your Hemi early, because everybody's theory is different. These bolts work their way loose, vibrate so much to the point where they break. Now they got Loctite on them now, so they're trying to prevent the bolts from walking back. But I don't know if the earlier models did. So if you ever got your Hemi in the air and these bolts are exposed, just put a 10 millimeter on them, snug them down, because if they break, they could break inside the head, and then you got to go in there and drill and all this old crap. So, but that is a different form of ticking. That is an exhaust ticking that only lasts until the engine warm up. So how about this, guys? You start your car up in the morning, you hear a ticking noise, and go away a minute later. That's the way to determine if the ticking was from valve train. When I say valve train, I mean these. Oh, yeah. So I see why this head's sitting up here. Y'all know what used to be here? A roller rocker, right? This how it's supposed to look. What happens is the needle bearings inside this roller bearing will collapse. These are the old outdated lifters. FCA or Mopar now have updated lifters that, in my opinion, takes care of the problem. I have yet to do one of these twice, guys. A lot of people would say this engine is a what they call it when it's done. It's a fatal flaw. Fatal flaw is a problem that keep returning. Okay, an internal problem that keep returning. Once I make this repair on a Hemi, updating with the updated lifters, and in some cases getting cam, because if your lifter look like this, chances are you're gonna need a cam. That lobe is gone. And this is all in the oil pan. And remember to pull the oil control valve out to look at it. But if you got that, what was we talking about? Damn, I lost my train of thought. My point is, there's different kinds of tick. Valve train tick, exhaust tick. Now, as far as the bottom end go, that may be a thud. That may be a not so much a tick. Hardly ever see any problems with the head gasket. I know a lot of y'all, oh, it's gonna blow. People quick to blame everything on a damn head gasket. This is multi-layered steel. Okay, this is an aluminum cylinder head. Don't you think if this car starting to overheat, what do you think gonna give out first? This MLS gasket, multi-layered steel, or this soft-ass aluminum head? All right, so for those of you out there replacing head gasket because your car is overheating, you crazy. You're doing yourself a disservice. If you're not gonna send these heads out to get pressure tests, you simply taking the biggest risk I've ever seen in my life. Me? I don't even do head gaskets anymore. Sorry. I've been burnt out, been burnt too many times. If you haven't blown head gasket symptoms and your car is in the possession of JT the car guy, you either get new heads or a new engine altogether. Okay. Yeah, the machine shop we use, we don't use them anymore because he closed down, he don't get work no more. Push rods. I tend to blow these out when yeah, y'all know, everybody know, you know the drill. A lot of people are fussing about these are one-time use. I have never, ever replaced head bolts. But if the books say they one-time use, get you some. We can only get what's approved. Like, I just can't go rogue and replace all head bolts because somebody say. Everybody know what this is? E-torque. This is obviously a Ram 1500 with an E-torque. That's the big alternator / generator. Yeah. Why is this clutch flywheel? Why is this? I don't know. Let me get out of here, man. So, guys, let me wrap this up. All right. I've been on here 53 minutes. Oh, my goodness. That's too long. That's too long. I don't know what I want to show y'all. And this is going to be a shorts video, too. So, even though I'm going to show y'all. Here's where the spare tire went. Let's talk right quick. In fact, I'm going to make a short video out of this. So, I'm finna get in my shorts video mode, all right? I got to do this. I got 60 seconds to pull this off. So, y'all going to witness how JT do short videos. All right, y'all ready? Welcome, man. Welcome back to the channel. Guys, y'all see this? This is one of the brand new Renegades, okay? Now, I want to show y'all something. Damn, I wasn't ready. All right. I need a do-over, guys. I'm glad I'm recording live, so if not, I would have had to stop that video. First of all, let me get out of this oily-ass glove because, all right, so let me get prepared, and then we're going to do that over. All right, y'all with me? Y'all follow me? Y'all gonna get to witness JT. Damn, that's all I had to do. Oh, okay, just push there. So I'm gonna leave that there. I was gonna hold this up and I'll leave that there. All right, let's try this again. A shorts video live, being recorded live. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take this video and pull that out and put it as a short. All right, let's try this again. Now ready? Let me look at my clock because I got to start right at even number, and I got an end at an even number. In other words, it's a 60-second video. And then I'm gonna wrap this up. Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alrighty, guys, welcome back to the channel. I want to show y'all something. Y'all see this? This is a Jeep Renegade, right? Now, here's what happened to the spare tire, guys. Everybody got a sense of where the spare tire went and why it left. A lot of it has to do with weight. But do y'all see this? Okay, the spare tire, what used to be here back in the day was a spare tire. They no longer use that, right? But they give you a pump. Now, somebody please tell me, if you have a blowout in the road, what good is this going to do? All right? Absolutely nothing. What do they think? You're going to have a nail in the road or a nail in the street and you're just going to have a flat tire? You're just going to wake up one morning, your tire flat? That's where this come in handy. Maybe your air just mysteriously drained out of your tire. They gave you a pump. You don't get no spare tire or a jack. Yeah, very convenient. Okay, I'm no big fan of no spare tire. I got to have a spare. Anybody recognize this? This is the funnel for your gas tank. This obviously a capless fuel system. So just so you know, here's your funnel. All right, guys, that's all I have, man. Thanks for watching. I gotta go. Bam! Right at 60 seconds. All right. I don't know if y'all should have saw that, but that's what I do. I gotta go, man. Y'all be keeping me here all times of night. So if you see that video as a short video, don't get in the comment section. Hey, I already seen that. You double dipping us. You tripping, man. You trying to get over. I'm not double dipping, y'all. Hey, hold on. Anybody recognize this? Yeah, Shoney. Is Shoney still here? Y'all asking to see my scan tool. This is a scan tool I use for the older cars. Ladies and gentlemen, this is DRB3. You see that? Yeah, DRB3. This is what I use. Older car. I got an old PT Cruiser outside I needed this for. Me and my Russian buddy, probably the only two on this side of town that have one of these. Some shops be calling us, nah, bro, I'm not letting you borrow my damn DRB. And I got the DRB simulator or emulator as well. So I can pull out my laptop and use that too. But this DRB go way back. Remember, guys, it's all about the network, bus network, CCD, the older network. That's what this was good at. Okay, keys, PCM program, all that good stuff on those older cars. Now, depending on where I'm at, we hardly see older cars. Brothers Motors, that's all we see. Okay, or any of the other shops, that's all we see. New shop, new car garage, or a dealership, or what have you, this is no good. You can't read nothing with that damn thing. So let me play with about 3 or 4 comments, and I gotta go. All right, y'all, it's been fun. It's been real. Oh my goodness, look at all these comments. I cannot give us the car. Okay, what makes is that car? Which one are we talking about, Hulk? A good company took me in and trained me. I put that all cap says, yes, the weight of oil is always ding, 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 ding. Now, this can be misconstrued or it can even be altered. Somebody can put the wrong cap on him, but if you got the right cap, this is what it is. In other words, this car, the manufacturer suggests you use viscosity weight of 0W20 synthetic on this car. Okay, it's a Gen 3. So you got a Gen 3 of you mechanics. If you bring one of these in the shop and it's sludge, that means they never changed the damn oil. Because at birth, it was given 0W20 synthetic. No one is a perfect mechanic from the jump. It's okay to make mistakes, just not repeating them, right? Dude, y'all are so misinformed. Joseph, what are we talking about? What do you mean, Joseph? 5W30, 5W20 is heat classification. Viscosity versus temperature. Good mechanics learn from mistakes and never stop learning. Ding, 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 ding. Hot climbing, 30 rate, cold climbing. Hey, you know what? I'm not, y'all talking about the oil. I'm not one of those guys. For the record, that's not much difference between 530 and 520. Okay, there's not much difference between any of those weights. I'm speaking from the standpoint of what the car, the engine wants to be used, wants in it. Because the system is set up to run that oil flow. Obviously, Hemi or the Hemi designers felt when they built the engine and they added all that stuff, I'm sure they ran some tests to determine how well does this thing work using 520. And they probably dumped all the oil out and, okay, let's add 530. And they did some readings on the data on the, the mono part of the computer, and they saw numbers went up. Okay, let's go back to 520. Numbers are normal. So they built everything around that viscosity or weight of oil. So that's what they recommend. Okay. Now, can you get away with using a different weight of oil? Absolutely. Hell yeah, you can. But your car, your performance may suffer. That's the whole point I'm making. Don't for once think I'm anti-oil. Yeah, I'm JT, a 5W20 guy. You're a Mopar and a 520 guy. No. Oh my goodness. You want your engine to run at its peak performance, you might want to use what the engineers built the damn thing around. Yeah. Okay, so I'm not anti anything. What car is that? Use exactly what factory installed. That's what I'm talking about. That shit correct. But y'all got some. Okay. I don't send mistakes out. Okay. I test before delivery. 5W20 is viscosity combined with temperature. Okay. That VW throws codes for anything and everything, especially a TDI diesel. There's also a secondary air pump with those that could be faulty. What are we talking about? 2010. Yes, AG. Hey, I got a 2011 Charger Hemi. I just changed the fuel pump on both sides, and it still won't crank. OFFYO, the 2011 model Charger. Let me see what I got over here for you, brother. Where is that? I want to show you something. Right here. You in luck. The 2011 Charger. Yes, it has two pumps. One of the pumps on the passenger side have absolutely nothing to do with fuel pressure. Absolutely nothing. It's just a sump pump that transfers fuel on that side to the other side. Okay, so ignore that one for now. But the primary pump that's on the driver's side, here's what you need to do. Okay, if you got that pump from a dealer, chances are they wanted you to change the electrical circuitry on that pump. Here's what they did at the factory. You see these two? You see this orange right here? All right, that's normally maybe a blue and an orange wire, which is positive. Right next to it is probably a black wire, which is ground. All right, for some odd reason, that turned out to be a bad idea to put the 12 volts right beside the ground, right? So they redesigned, not the pump, they just redesigned the circuitry going to the pump. So the pump is built to now where the ground is one slot over. Okay, you see where this other orange wire is? Now, this is the ground, and now this is the 12 volts. So go to your connector and see if you're getting ground out of pin 2. If so, am I saying that right? Yeah, you need to switch these over. Okay, when we get new pumps here at the dealer, it also comes with a connector. What we are to do is to rewire that electrical system, that connector, and make it look like this. Okay, the pump is already rewired. Remember, the pump has to be rewired too. So they do the pump when they build them. I guess FCA called everybody that's supplying pumps to them to, hey, just so y'all know, we changed the circuitry. Y'all need y'all to change all the pumps. In fact, if you look in your box, you may see a connector in there. All right, 2011 models, they change the circuitry, especially if you got a. Normally they come with them, but what you want to do is move the ground from pin 2 over to pin 3. So I got this connector already prepared for my next fuel pump. All right, yeah. Now some people don't do the whole connector; they just simply pull this terminal out of 2 and move it over to terminal 3. The only problem with that is the thickness. Well, if you cut it, the thickness is, they have different gauges, guys. Okay, yeah, different gauge wire. All right, so it depends on how you want to do it. All right, a lot of no mechanics are the same. Some people are reckless, some people do it and think ain't nothing gonna happen. To me, you'll be fine. But look at your connector. You should have 12 volts right here. Turn your key on, stick your test light right here on the end. Should have 12 volts right here. All right. The next slot over, they got rid of that was the ground, but now the ground should be in pin 3. All right. So just so you know that, and once you rewire the circuit, I got a video on that if you want to watch it. Go look at online mechanic tips and look up fuel pump. Search fuel pump online mechanic tip. You'll see a thumbnail of a picture like this. I'm gonna have the connector up like that. Go look at that video and it will explain everything I'm trying to explain now. All right, and make sure you thumbs up that video and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Okay, because I have no problem speaking to subscribers. Yeah, I hope you got that. So yeah, go search that video. Online Mechanic Tips, my channel name, and look up fuel pump. Just put Online Mechanic Tips fuel pump. Look for the thumbnail that's gonna have this on here, and it will go over that whole operation for you. All right. I hope you get it. Hope you get going, my guy. All right, Audi, same way, mostly. What are we talking about? Y'all all over the place. I guess I need to stream. Joseph Preston, what are we talking about? Joseph, this guy is so misinformed. Who's misinformed? Who done pissed Joseph off? Garage Monkey Mechanic, you got a channel, Joseph. All GM SL oil sending units are rear of the intake manifold. There you go. Joseph, whoever asked that question, Joseph got an answer for you. Joseph said he needs to stream. Who done pissed Joseph off is what I want to know. Don't come in here pissing off Joseph. I don't quite know Joseph, but he seemed like a cool dude, okay? He just left somebody some useful information. On all GMLS, oil sending units are rear of the intake manifold. That is a good place to put them, I guess. Hey, I got a 2011 Charger. I just changed it. Okay, we just did that one. It's probably the alternator. Yeah, Joseph, do you? Okay, y'all better leave Joseph alone, man. Stop playing, man. Don't play like that. I like Joseph. Not on new engines. Oil sending units are always installed in a high PSI Ventura. Damn. Joseph used big words. I like that because I never would have used such a word, but it makes sense. Okay, wherever the galley string that will supply the most, that's where engine builders want to put the sensor. I assume that's what you're trying to say, but thank you, Joseph. What kind of engine it is? Filters don't tell you where the sending unit is. I didn't say it tell you where the sending unit is. I say it's going to be in the same vicinity of the filter. Okay? Yeah, not once did I say it's going to tell you where it's at. I say usually wherever the filter's at, the oil sending unit is going to be near. If this doesn't apply to this LS engine, just say that, Mr. Joseph. How's that? All right. Hey, I got a 20 Charger. Yes, we just talked about that. Make sure you look at that video, man. This guy's not helping you guys. So, am I getting the sense that Joseph is quietly talking shit? Or is he like one of those undercover, Joseph, and the more and more comments I read of yours, is almost sounding like you coming for me, bro. I'm not sure that's a good idea. Can you help me with that? Hey, I got a 2011. Yes, I just did. Do what I said. Do what I suggested, my guy. Grand Cherokee with a PO now, or temp sensor. Oil temp sensor. What year Grand Cherokee? Gen 3, that oil temp sensor is on the back of the head. Or Gen 2, that oil temp sensor is on an oil cooler. So the years matter. I'm waiting to find out why the valve cover is off. Joseph, what are we talking about? No need to remove. What the hell is Joseph talking about? Okay. Unless he thinks the cam is broken, which, why should it be? I must have missed some of the comments earlier, so I'm assuming Joseph was talking to somebody in the comments earlier. All right. You said if people are stupid, they don't understand logic and reality. They just want a reason to cry. You did say you was going to need that. Lost all faith when I saw what he was doing in this video. Okay, Joseph. You see your transport button that had that big old square on it that says stop? You can always push it, bro. Just push it, okay? I don't know how else to... Okay, I don't know where this conversation is going. I don't know what happened. Somebody tell me what the hell happened. What happened, Joseph? What are y'all doing, man? Okay, yes. Cranking and starting are two very different terms. What is the car doing? Security mode. I know what's wrong with it. Key fob. It's starting but doesn't turn over. No, starting is turning over is starting. Okay. It ain't got no gas in it. Key fob good. It's the key. It got gas. Blinking check engine light. Security mode. Mechanics. How long it's been sitting? Garage Monkey. Possibly theft light. Since last night. No, it's got a security gateway. God, I wish I knew what y'all was talking about. I just changed the fuel pumps. Oh, y'all talking about the fuel pumps? I told you the issue. Joseph told you what the hell wrong with your car, man. You heard what Joseph has said. Fix the damn fob. All right. Don't question Joseph. Preston. All right. Oh, yo, I believe it's cranking but not starting. Correct. Or argue and spend money on pumps. Okay, yo, you telling me the guy with the pump question replaced pumps and that wasn't his problem? I got a Cam Sensor Code and I smashed my engine and it went away. Crank sensor, blinking check engine light, security mode in a Dodge. P01 code. You cannot park the car. Later, guys, I can't handle the ignorance. All right, Joseph. Good riddance, bro. I have no idea why you was. I don't know if somebody pissed Joseph off or not, so I'm not gonna dog him out. To whoever pissed Joseph off, shame on you. All right, I would have liked to know this guy a little bit better. My engine was like, chill, bro, down. I don't got a code reader, but I did the key fob thing. Still nothing. Peter, what's up, man? I always check the oil level on my cruisers before changing. Oh, that's a good way to, yeah, man. Give you a sense of what's about to come out. Thanks for stumping that out, Peter, man. You see the trouble I go through? I'm trying to provide a little quick live stream for my people, and I get dogged out. Code reader is a must if you can't get to AutoZone to diagnose. My truck is way better than your little car. Goodbye, Joseph. Hey, somebody done ran Joseph off? Oh, you getting spark and air. Hey, I got 2011. AutoZone don't diagnose. They don't. They just give you a code, right? And if the code, depending on what the code is, you still lost. All right, quit thinking you can go to AutoZone and figure out what's wrong with your car. Or good off manifold. How I check if I got spark. It could be a number of things. Some same-ish. They'll tell you what the codes are. Exhaust noise doesn't tick. It's more likely a chirp. I've heard a few make the look. Like I said, go away so quick, so you know what it is at that point. I know, bro. I didn't change the camshaft sensor. Damn. You sure is changing a lot of parts, bro. Getting all the washers. How your timing chain, Offio? I don't have the engine open, so I can't even tell you. Better to delete MDS on your Hemi. You delete guys. You delete MDS guys for the 100th time. We don't go around deleting factory stuff on people's cars, on customer cars. That is stuff you do on your own car. David, Marion, I'm not, suggesting you don't do it. I'm just suggesting you don't do it to customer cars. All right. If I had my own car and I had these problems, I still wouldn't delete MDS. It's there for a reason, but David seemed to think otherwise. And guess what, y'all? David Marino is entitled to his opinion. So y'all heard what David has said. Take the damn thing off. David seemed to think it slowly destroys the cam lifters and might as well do the milling oil pump when you do that too. Okay. In David's opinion, you should delete MDS on your Hemi. All right. You can take the intake off and spray some starter fluid in the crank. Guys, I'm just going through the comments real quick. Doesn't. We know what you mean, David. So if it starts, then it's air. Grass monkey, it won't run. I got a 5-1 sent to the shop for timing chain, and now it's worse than it was in my life. Dang, what did they do, man? You got to get them to recheck that. If it's a Saturday set a long time, the gas had probably gone bad. I need one of y'all to call me so I can't hear it. It hasn't. I just put some in there. Yeah, brother, there you go. This guy is amazing. John, 1775. Yeah, I got a 20 later. All right, Garage Monkey, appreciate you stopping by, man. I'm lost for words, man. You've probably got a lemon. Okay. Your audio is hot. Hot as in loud? Damn, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm talking too close to the mic. Do the basic for a check. Do double dipping. The pump is usually placed and run flat tires. Oh, damn, we just getting to that? I must be way behind on the comment. I bet I beat my car and it quits having issue. Mechanics, go home, JC. We close at 5. What time is it? I'm past 5 now. Oh, I have to read the rest of these comments when I get home. All right, guys. On that note, let me say this again. Please go right here to those 3 dots. Click that and give the video a thumbs up. All right. It's the cat either way. I'll never get. Oh my goodness. It is a gazillion comments in here. Yeah, brother. Later. John, thanks, man. What's up, JT? Daniel, what's up? I'm out, guys. Hey, how do I learn about cars? LG, I'm making a video for that now on that topic. Monkey Master, what are y'all doing? I was talking about on your car, not custom cars. Okay, David. Okay, I see what you're saying, David Marino. I moved all the way to the bottom, guys, because I never get caught up. So, David, he was speaking about if you're doing your own car, you might as well delete MDS and do the Mullins. Okay, thank you, David. Appreciate that, bro, for clearing that up. We all YouTube. All right, guys. On that note, y'all tripping. One more time, right here. Click those 3 dots. Please give the video a thumbs up. All right. I will see y'all Sunday, tomorrow at 8 o'clock during the live stream. I gotta go home. We close. I'm still around here talking, messing around with y'all. So thanks for watching. I'll see y'all tomorrow.